Act 1, Scene 4 of Faust Part 2 by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Translated by Bayard Taylor. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit librivox.org. Act 1, Scene 4. Pleasure Garden. The Morning Sun. The Emperor, his court, gentlemen and ladies. Faust Mephistopheles, becomingly according to the mode, not showingly dressed. Both kneel.
Sire, pardon'st thou the jugglery of flame?
Emperor, beckoning him to rise.
I wish more exhibitions of the same. A sudden stood I in a glowing sphere. It almost seemed as if I Pluto were. There lay, like night with little fires besprent, a rocky bottom, out of many a vent. Whirling, 1,000 savage flames ascended, till in a single vault their streamers blended. The tongues even to their highest dome were shot. That ever was, and ever then was not. Through the far space of spiral shafts of flame, the long processions of people came, crowding till all the circle was o'errun. They did me homage as they've ever done. Some from my court I knew. To speak with candour, a prince I seemed o'er many a salamander.
That art thou, sire, because each element fully accepts thy majesty's intent. Obedient fire is tested now by thee, where wildest heaving leap into the sea, and scarce the pearly floor thy foot shall tread. A grand rotunda rises o'er thy head. Thou seest the green, translucent billows swelling With purple edge, for thy delightful dwelling. Round thee the central point. Walk thou at will, the liquid palaces go with thee still. The very walls rejoice in life, disporting In arrowy flight, in chasing and consorting. See marvels crowd around the glory new and fair, Shoot from all sides, yet none can enter there. There gorgeous dragons, golden armoured, float. There gapes the shark, thou laughest in his throat. However much this court thy pride may please, Yet hast thou never seen such throngs as these. Nor from the loveliest shalt thou long be parted. The curious Nereids come, the wild, shy-hearted, To thy bright dwelling in the endless waters, Timid and sly as fish the youngest daughters, The elder cunning. Thetis hears the news, And will, at once, her second Peleus choose, The seat then on Olympus high and free.
The spaces of the air I leave to thee. One all too early must ascend that throne.
And earth, high prince, already is thine own.
What fortune brought thee here for our delights, directly from the 1,000 knights? If thou, like Scheherazade, art rich in stories, my favour shall ensure thee higher glories. Be ready always, when your world of day, as often haps, disgusts me every way.
Lord High Steward enters hastily.
Highness serene, I never dared expect To trumpet forth a fortune so select, And this supremely blessing me, Which I announce with joy to thee. Reckoning on reckonings balanced squarely, The usurer's claws are blunted rarely. I'm from my hellish worry free, Things can't in heaven more cheerful be.
General in Chief follows hastily.
Arrears of pay are settled duly, The army is enlisted newly. The troopers' blood is all alive, The landlords and the wenches thrive.
How breathe your breasts in broader spaces? How cheerful are your furrowed faces? How ye advance with nimble speed?
Treasurer appearing.
Ask these, 'tis they have done the deed.
It is the Chancellor's place, the matter to present.
Chancellor, who comes forward slowly.
In my old days I'm blessed and most content. So hear and see the fortune-freighted leaf, Which has transformed to happiness our grief.
He reads.
To all to whom this cometh, be it known, 1,000 crowns in worth this note doth own. it too secure, as certain pledge, shall stand all buried treasure in the Emperor's land. And 'tis decreed, perfecting thus the scheme, the treasure, soon as raised, shall this redeem.
A most enormous cheat, a crime, I fear. Who forged the Emperor's sign manual here? Has there not been a punishment condign?
Remember, thou the note didst undersign. Last night, indeed, thou stoodst as mighty Pan, and thus the Chancellor's speech before thee ran: Grant to thyself the festal pleasure, then the people's good, a few strokes of the pen. These didst thou give, they were, ere night retreated, by skilful conjurers thousandfold repeated. And, that a like advantage all might claim, we stamped at once the series with thy name. Tens, thirties, fifties, hundreds are prepared. Thou canst not think how well the folk have fared. Behold thy town, half dead once, and decaying, how all alive, enjoying life, are straying. Although thy name long since the world made glad, such currency as now it never had. No longer needs the alphabet thy nation, for in this sign each findeth his salvation.
And with my people does it pass for gold, for pay in court and camp, the notes they hold? Then I must yield, although the thing's amazing.
'Twas scattered everywhere, like wildfire blazing, as currency, and none its course may stop. A crowd surrounds each money-changer's shop, and every note is there accepted duly for gold and silver's worth, with discount truly. Thence is it spread to landlords, butchers, bakers. One half the people feast as pleasure-takers. In raiment new the others proudly go. The tradesmen cut their cloth, the tailors sew. The crowd the Emperor's health in cellars wishes, midst cooking, roasting, rattling of the dishes.
If one along the lonely terrace stray, he sees the lady in superb array, with brilliant peacock fan before one eye, a note she looks for as she simpers by. And readier than by wit or eloquence, before love's favour falls the last defence. One is not plagued his purse or sack to carry, such notes one lightly in his bosom bears, or them with fond epistles neatly pairs. The priest devoutly in his breviary bears his, the soldier would more freely trip, and lightens thus the girdle round his hip. Your Majesty will pardon if my carriage seems as it might the lofty work disparage.
The overplus of wealth in torpor bound, which in thy lands lies buried in the ground, is all unused, nor boldest thought can measure the narrowest boundaries of such a treasure. Imagination, in its highest flight, exerts itself but cannot grasp it quite. Yet minds that dare explore this secret soundless, in boundless things possess a faith that's boundless.
Such paper, stead of gold and jewellery, so handy is. One knows one's property. One has no need of bargains or exchanges, but drinks of love or wine as fancy ranges. If one needs coin, the brokers ready stand, and if it fail one digs awhile the land. Goblet and chain one then at auction sells, and paper, liquidated thus, compels the shame of doubters and their scornful wit. The people wish nought else, they're used to it. From this time forth your borders far and wide with jewels, gold, and paper are supplied.
You've given our empire this prosperity. The pay then equal to the service be. The soil entrusted to your keeping, shall you the best custodians be, to guard its value. You know the hoards, well kept, of all the land, and when men dig, 'tis you that must give command. Unite then now, ye masters of our treasure, this your new dignity to wear with pleasure, and bring the upper world, erewhile asunder, in happiest conjunction with the under.
No further strife shall shake our joint position. I like to have as partner the magician.
Exit with Faust.
Man after man, the court I will endow. Let each confess for what he'll spend and how.
Page receiving.
I'll lead a jolly life, enjoy good cheer.
A second page, the same.
I'll buy at once some trinkets for my dear.
Chamberlain accepting.
Wine's twice as good shall down my throat go trickling.
A second Chamberlain, the same.
I feel the dice within my pockets tickling.
Knight Banneret reflectively.
My lands and castle shall be free of debt.
Second Knight Banneret, the same.
I'll add the 2 other wells, the wells I get.
I'd hoped the gifts to bolder deeds would beckon, but he who knows you knows whereupon to reckon. I see that in spite of all this treasure burst, you stay exactly as you were at first.
Fool approaching.
You scatter favors. Grant me also some.
Thou'rt come to life, it would go at once for rum.
The magic leaves I don't quite comprehend.
That I believe, for them thou wilt badly spend.
There others drop, I don't know what to do.
Just pick them up, they fall to thy share too.
Exit.
5,000 crowns are mine, how unexpected.
2-legged wineskin, art thou resurrected?
Much luck I've had, but like this never yet.
Thou'lt so rejoiced it puts thee in a sweat.
But look at this, is't money's worth indeed?
'Twill bring thee what thy throat and belly need.
And cattle can I buy, and house and land.
Of course, just make an offer once, off-hand.
Castle and wood, and chase and fishing?
All I'd like upon your worship then to call.
To-night as landed owner I shall sit.
Exit. Mephistopheles, Solus.
Who now will doubt that this our fool has wit?
End of Act 1, Scene 4.